What is up, everyone? I am Jonas Rex, your captain of the 1912 Titanic swim team, and I am back with Yanmega EX. Yanmega EX is fantastic for getting energy into play, which is why originally I coupled this deck with Teal Mask Ogerpon. Now with the addition of Meganium from the newest set, plus the Forest of Vitality and Lillie's Determination, we're drawing through a significant portion of the deck, and being able to evolve on the same turn that we put grass Pokemon down means that Meganium is not really that much of a problem. Also, stuffing your bench with things that aren't Yanma for the follow-up Yanmega means that I can just drop a Yanma and then evolve into a Yanmega, find a way to get it into the active, and I've accelerated even more energy back into play, all after an Energy Recycler, maybe after I've loaded a ton of energy onto an Ogerpon that unfortunately met its fate. Now, the way that we broke this deck down is that we're playing 2 Yanma and then one line of different arts Yanmega EX. It's just what I had in the game. I'm sorry, I'm very frugal with my credits. I have 2 Teal Mask Ogerpon EX, 1 Toedscruel EX that protects our bench in case we're going into Dragapult matchup, and then 1 Toedscruel that avoids letting our opponent put things back into their hand from their discard pile. I feel like that one is the better of the 2, but occasionally against Dragapult, you know, having that Toedscruel EX, being able to protect anything that has energy, absolutely vital. We're playing a 1/1/1 line of Chikorita, Bayleef, Meganium, so if we see the Forest of Vitality, we can just go right our way up. Fun fact, you cannot use Forest of Vitality to cheat Chikorita to Meganium on the same turn. Rare Candy does not work in that situation. I don't know if that's an official ruling or if that's a game bug, but you cannot Rare Candy Meganium on top of Chikorita through Forest of Vitality. You do have to go Chikorita, Bayleef, Meganium. We play the Celebi because going second, Celebi is freaking awesome. Celebi, you maybe have like a Buddy-Buddy Poffin, or maybe just you get down at Ogerpon or something, right? And then you go Celebi, you can grab any 3 in combination of a Stadium, aka our Forest of Vitality, plus grass Pokemon. So what I'm going to be doing there oftentimes is getting my Yanmega for the follow-up, plus maybe a Chikorita and a Meganium if I already have access to a Rare Candy, or maybe I need to get my Ogerpon down, or maybe it's a very vital matchup against a Dragapult where I need to go ahead and search out my Toedscool and Toedscruel EX so that I can protect my bench from those types of things, right? So there is a lot of value in playing the Celebi, and there's a lot of utility in playing the Celebi, and then our opponent usually takes it, they kill it, meaning that we've set them on odd prizes and they've done us no damage outside of maybe an Iono or a Judge, which would really just ruin the Celebi entirely. So, you know, every card has its cons. That's that one. Lillie's Determination we're playing at 4 because at its best, it is better than a Professor's Research, and in late game, it is also better than a Professor's Research because we get to draw 6, which is less than Professor's Research, but I also don't have to discard my entire hand to do so. And we have Arven at 2 because I do need to find my Maximum Belts and Bravery Charms, and occasionally being able to find my Rare Candy or a Bug Catching set or an Ultra Ball, Nest Ball, whatever it is that I need to be able to get through the game. Arven can go ahead and help me find that. We're only playing it at 2 though because it's not as vital as seeing a lot of cards, right? When we're playing cards like Forest of Vitality, I do want to see as many cards as possible. We're playing 1/1 Boss's Orders, again, different arts. I do have 2 of the same art now, but I just haven't gotten around to changing them, so don't judge me. We're playing a 1 of Iono. Iono has essentially become Roxanne in my mind. With Lillie's Determination, Iono is really just that Roxanne filler. I'm at the end of the game, my opponent has a few prize cards left, but they have a massive hand. I'm gonna Iono them down to a small hand so I can try and make a comeback at that point, right? But throughout the rest of the game, Lillie's is often better for me to get set up than Iono, especially once I've taken prizes. So then we have our Buddy-Buddy Poffin that's gonna find us a Yanma, our Toedscool, our Chikorita, really helping us get set. Oftentimes I'll just go ahead and make sure that I have something in the active that has 1 retreat, which is pretty much everything that is a basic in here, and then I'm going to go ahead and use Buddy-Buddy Poffin to find my Yanma and my Chikorita. We have our Rare Candy, as earlier described. We're going to use that for Meganium. We do play 2 just to make sure that we find it if needed. We can really cut it to 1 though because nothing else in here needs to be Rare Candied. We have 2 Energy Recycler, which is just vital to have once we go through our deck, right? I'm going to use Yanma to accelerate 3 more energy into play, and then I will put those 3 more energy on an Ogerpon, and those Ogerpons are already accelerating energy into play. So when one of those goes down, that could be a lot of energy that we need to get back, which is why we play the Recycler. 2 Nest Ball that can find us our Celebi, our Ogerpon. That's really it. Other than that, it doesn't find anything else that Buddy-Buddy Poffin can't already find for you. Then we have our 2 Switch because sometimes you just need to move things around to get your Yanmega set up, and I think 2 Switch is a good number. If you play it at 1, you're getting a little risque. You can also replace it for a Jet Energy if that is more your flavor. Feel free. I'm not here to stop you. The Energy Switch is absolutely vital in this deck. You want to play at least 2 because oftentimes you're going to be moving energy around to manipulate your Yanmega EX into actually being able to attack. Once you get Meganium online though, this becomes a lot less necessary as 1 energy counts for 2. So getting 2 energy on the Yanmega means that it's going to be up and running immediately, whereas before, if you had the ability +1 energy, you would still need that +1 energy either attached or left over from a previous turn to make sure that it was ready to attack. So Meganium does a lot of work for you there. We have 2 Night Stretcher. I think that's all you need. If you're a big fan of my Night Stretcher like you might be tempted to play 4, but it's not really coming up unless you're grabbing back energy to reuse with like an Ogerpon. Oftentimes you want to put that energy back in the deck because you're going to be using your Yanmega EX. 2 Ultra Balls. You never know when you're just going to need to find something exactly. I don't play 4 because it's not absolutely vital, especially with Bug Catching set and Lillie's Determination. We're looking through a massive portion of the deck usually. So when we're looking through that, we're often picking up the pieces that we need along the way. As long as you get your Yanmega EX down and your Ogerpon EX down, you're really setting yourself up for success. The rest of the parts are auxiliary pieces that just come as they come. Ultra Ball sometimes helps you find that Meganium when you absolutely need it. Bravery Charms go straight onto our Ogerpons, making sure that opposing Yanmega EXs, if you ever are playing the mirror, cannot one-hit KO them, and it just makes it a little tankier at 260. That's kind of matching a Golden Go, right? Then we have our Maximum Belt that we're always sticking on our Yanmega EX because that does allow it to swing 260, which does hit Golden Go in the meta. It hits Raging Bolt in the meta, and earlier I discovered that it also hits, completely forgot, but it hits something else. It hits a few things. And then we're going to go into Forest of Vitality, which is absolutely vital because if we want to throw down a Yanma and a Yanmega EX at the same turn, you're going to need to have this down. If we want to go straight up the line for Chikorita Bayleef Meganium, you're going to just want to have this down. This ultimately is just a consistency boost that I think grass decks needed because we do have a lot of really cool stage 2 Pokemon. And then at the end, I'm playing 11 basic energy. I feel like this is as low as I would go. I was earlier playing 13, but I wanted to find space for the Forest of Vitality, so we cut a little bit there. 9 might be the absolute lowest I go, but then you're going to run into situations where your Yanmega is not pulling enough energy from the deck, especially if it's early enough that you haven't established your Meganium. That could be a problem. Well, I feel like I've yapped for long enough. Let's go ahead and jump into a gameplay and make sure you stick around for the end for the highlights. And I'm surprised that we mulligan as often as you do. I feel like I mulligan at least once every game, and now twice, 3 times. Boy, that's a lot of mulligans. Okay. 6, so we got the Ogerpon. We have a decent amount of Pokemon search in the opening hand. We're kind of where we want to be. Don't want to see Energy Recycler this early, but I cannot complain about this hand. Okay, he has Fighting Weakness. This has been great to be using my Lucario deck against, but we're just going to go ahead and get down our... Let's get the Celebi here, because we also have a Poffin. No, we have Bug Catching set. That's a gamble all the way around. I think getting the Celebi sick. I love Celebi, especially if you're going second, but we're not going second, so I'm just going to get down the main part of the deck here. Bug Catching. Oh, we found the Celebi anyway. Perfect. Perfect. Just go ahead and draw a card off this Teal Dance. That gets us Lilies for next turn. We have the Switch, the Max. I don't want to... Well, they're not going to KO this. I am going to play smart, despite the odds saying that there's no way they boss KO my Yanma on this turn. But we're just gonna play smart, guys. Play smart. I'll attach it next turn. No need. No need. Okay, here comes the Team Rocket's Factory. Ooh, I like the little effect that they added. Oh my god, they have it on everything. That is sick. Do they have it on this card he's about to play too? They do. Oh, that is so cool. All the Team Rockets cards got that little animation. How fun. Okay, so here comes Meowth. Looks like they're gonna be playing Persian. So, oh, a Mewtwo. They're just throwing everything. And as we know, Team Rockets does draw a ton of cards, so it's really hard for them to not have what they need, but we'll see how that turns out for them. Okay, the Hero's Cape on the Meowth. Just a random card for your opponent's hand. Your opponent shuffles that card into the deck. Are they gonna try and use that on us right now? Because if they shuffle back our Lilies, we would have really been cooked there. And I'm gonna go ahead and max belt here. I feel like I can Teal Dance. It's very likely that we draw off the Lilies and we're gonna be fine. Okay, so we drew the Lilies off the Lilies. We're gonna go ahead and Lilies. That's a lot of Lilies. Wow. That's insane. You know, not really having the greatest time with this deck right now. What do we do here? I retreat, we do nothing. This would have been a great time to Celebi had I drawn an energy. I literally would have just retreated. Getting greedy with that extra draw set us back here. should have committed to the Celebi, and then after Lillie's, if we drew a Grass Energy, we could have Teal danced, but we'll just have to play with that misplay. All right, is he gonna Rare Candy? No, okay, he's gonna Persian. Yikes, okay, what are they gonna bring up? Probably the one with the Maximum Belt, right? That's the ideal target. Okay, the Chikorita, that's actually fine. We love the Chikorita, we can get it back with a Night Stretcher. What are they gonna reveal here? Yanma would, if they are revealing our Yanmega sucks. Oh, they didn't reveal anything. That's fantastic. That's so fantastic, okay. Well, you've been watching the game, you know what we gotta do here. Okay, let's Lillies again. Hopefully we find cards that we can use. And somehow, some way, we still don't. Okay. Luckily, we can start attacking. Oh my goodness, this is ridiculous. All right, we'll Forest here, and we'll switch, and we'll just attack with the Ogerpon. Should we have Celebi here? Question, I have no idea. We have no room for Toedscool here. Yeah, we probably should have Celebi just to get it out. It would have died. It would have got us the cards we wanted. We would have got a backup Forest for... we could have got a backup Forest, Bayleef, and Meganium. Well, that doesn't really help either. But this Rare Candy is going to come in handy right now. I can tell you that much. Here comes the Team Rocket's Nidoking. And yeah, that's why we wanted backup Forest. We played Forest believing we were going to draw. No, we played Forest just to bump their Rockets factory, but they had another one, of course. They probably play 4. So much value in that card. They're going to Naughty Order. Haughty Order, not Naughty. Again, hit absolutely nothing. Are my cards in my deck? Have I done a deck check? I don't think I have. Well, there's one of them. You just missed it. Thanks for that. I'm gonna have to get an energy switch here, because we still need one more to go. Arven, energy switch. Plus Bravery Charm. Let's get that other guy brave. Get him nice and braved up. Let's take the energy off you. Stick it on you. Bravery Charm. Still waiting on that Meganium, but we'll get there, boys. We'll get there. The sound effect is great. One more Lillies. It hasn't drawn us into anything useful so far. Now, we used to play Cyrano in this deck, thinking we might have to go back. All right, what are they gonna go 240 here? No, they can go 100 with all the poison damage. That's what they can do. So 180. Joke's on them. We're gonna be getting out of the active, especially if we can Rare Candy Meganium on this following turn. Oh my God, 6, that's 12, 13, 14, 15, and we're gonna hit for so much damage. Now, I will say Ferret Twister's Nidoking deck, if you've seen me feature it on the channel, me and Ferret Twister got down with his Nidoking deck. A lot more consistent than this. A lot more consistent than this. It was great to play. We won very easily. Bosses, don't really want it. We're gonna try attacking with this. Oh, sick. Ultra Ball. Let's get rid of the Poffin and the Toedscruel EX. We don't need that. Get Meganium. Oh, we didn't even have a Bayleef, so Forest of Vitality was actually useless. We're gonna Rare Candy here, go into this, and it's happening, everybody. It's no. Oh my God, that was gonna be the moment. I was gonna use that on the on the thumbnail. I can't believe they just, oh my God, haters.